Well, congratulations on your performance in this film. I was totally thrilled by just everything you did and the way you moved as the witches. What was your initial reaction when you found out that you were playing all three witches?
It's been a dream for many years to work with Joel and Fran. So I couldn't have been more thrilled. I couldn't believe it, and then began a process of okay, let's figure this out, but always working with Joel. So never feeling like, oh my God, how do we do this?
Well, I loved the way that you embodied the characters and you had such an interesting and specific way of moving. How did you and Joel find that type of physicality and what was sort of the inspiration behind it?
Joel's inspiration, he felt very strongly that they were crows. And at first, oh, right, crow, really? And then he said, yeah, they're kind of women, there's crows, and maybe even there's standing stones. So working with those provocations, I call them, a kind of physicality evolved, and indeed a sense of different people that she's possessed by different persona. So it was bit by bit and finding the language and collaborating together.
Yeah, well, speaking of collaboration, you're aside from a great director, you're working with such an amazing cast. What was it like working with actors like Denzel Washington and so on in this awesome film?
Well, it was every moment was a lesson. Was so instructive. He has extraordinary lightness of touch and precision in his thought. Um, and but what was wonderful is that once we started, we were just locked into the scene and the interchange of the scene, and engaged on that. But a fantastically warm, generous, funny man, and so gifted. It was just an honor, and equally with Fran, uh, um, to watch her. And so I didn't see some of their scenes till later. But for me, who is not versed so much in the film world, um, uh, um, it, it, it was wonderful to witness the layers that they were able to accomplish in terms of the nuances of their thoughts and feelings. It was an honor to be involved in this project.
Yeah, well, you've had such an extensive career on the stage with so many experiences there. What was it like adapting a play that so many people may have been familiar with through the theater? What was it like bringing it onto the big screen like this?
Bringing it onto the big scene, well, that was Joel's major achievement, and he told me that he um, read the play countless times. He loved it. It is one of the briefest of Shakespeare's plays, so he didn't have to do much editing. He did do some, and some reshaping, replacing of the scenes. Which he said he felt was very much in Shakespeare's vocabulary. The editing and reshifting. But it was, I think, the big task was to find the idiom, the world in which they could live. So the choice of black and white and not making it specifically Scotland, but other world, um, is very, very powerful and makes it a film for today, for now, rather than antique, rather um, uh, uh, fusty kind of interpretation. It's, as Macbeth says, it is a tale. It is a tale, so it's very much a tale. And then Joel brings to bear all his extraordinary storytelling skills to do with a momentum and a thriller. I think one watches the film leaning forward, really what's going to happen now, and it goes by so quickly. And so I think he's worked, it's Shakespeare may be long gone and dead, but they seem to have collaborated brilliantly, Joel and Shakespeare. Okay, how do we, find a new form, and a form, I think, is what Joel has found, which is so extraordinary.
Yeah, well, speaking of that type of theater quality, what do you think theater audiences and Broadway fans will be excited about, and what will they love the most about this new film?
They will love the immediacy, the thriller aspect, and dare I say the simplicity, because perhaps one could say that sometimes we're over flooded with imagery, in our lives and at the movies, and I think what Joel has done, he and is unique, is that he's stripped away. There's stripped away the image, and with his amazing cinematographer Bruno Delbonnel, created such an atmospheric story, that we really go into it with focus, without too many old castles and this and that, and but it's very bold, stark language, and but exciting in that sense. We haven't seen it.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
My husband, king that shall be.
If we should fail,
We fail. Didst thou not hear noise?
methought I heard a voice cry, "Sleep no more."
Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one, that dare look upon that which might appall the devil.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword.